Hey guys, making this video for a buddy of mine. Wanted to see how I installed a 97 to 99 windshield washer fluid into my 2001 Dakota, allowing me to get rid of the huge overfill tank for the radiator and the built-in windshield washer fluid reservoir, that guy right over there. And one of the main reasons I'm doing it is to free up some space right over here, because it's my first step in getting a little bit larger radiator, a little thicker, and a dual fan setup, and also just to give it a more open appearance. As you can tell, this thing gets pretty big, pretty chunky up front, which is fine, but I just wanted something a little different, and I don't know how a bigger radiator with a dual fan, which will probably set out to maybe about right here when all said and done, is going to look. So it'll be trial and error on that, but to the point, I found that off of the Dakota-Durango.com forums. A guy was parting out his 99 Durango, and I asked him to pull that out, and I think I gave him 25 bucks for it, or 30 bucks with shipping, and asked him to leave the pump and the fluid level sender in there, which brings me to my next point. When you do find one, whether it be on a 97, 98, or 99, maybe even early January to March, January to April 2000 model Durango Dakotas, try to find a fluid reservoir with both the pump and the fluid level sender, because you can't use your existing pump. You can certainly use the sender, the fluid level sender, but the pump on these guys are detachable from the back, but they're a little bit smaller and oblong, and they don't quite fit. And the way this one down here would be angled, your suction tube would be pointing straight up, or straight up. But anyways, to give you an idea, it's a pretty easy thing to do. You have a total of 4 wires, 2 for your motor, your pump, and then 2 for your fluid level sending unit. And what I did, I asked him to clip about, when he takes it out, to clip about a foot of wire away, so that way I just clip my existing ones off, and used everything that came with this guy, and just extended my wires down to where my original pump and level were at, which was about right here. So I went ahead and loosened this up. Let me take this off and get this guy out. Okay, now with my air filter box out of the way, you can see here's the level sender, and then the pump is in the very back. But basically, you should have the same mounting points, at least for a 2000 to 2004, maybe even 2005 Dakota. It'll fit back here in the corner, with the longest part going up under your cowl here. And basically what I did was, ran the wires back into some new loom, thicker loom, then all the way down, and then just connected it to the existing 4 wires that go inside of here. And then there's an existing mounting hole. This mounting hole right here is one that is used for 3 grounding points. One grounding point is going to be for your PCM. Another grounding point is going to be for your, let's see if I can get you a good shot. With this guy right here, this is your ground loop isolator, basically for your radio. And then you've got a braided strap ground right here that goes to bank 1 of your cylinder head, screws into the back, and that all wraps around, including this guy right here. As soon as this focuses, there we go. This guy and those 2 other grounding portions actually screw down to right here. So I took this bolt out so I could have a bolt point for the tank. Move the PCM ground over to this stud, which you should have an existing stud that looks like this. I cleaned it up, got all the paint off, used a 10mm bolt and cleaned the bottom side of it down, bolted it right here, and then just took the ground loop isolator and the ground strap and put it right in here to an existing ground point. That way you can keep your grounds in. This one right here to your PCM is the most important. You don't hook this one back up, your truck won't start. You know, just crank and crank. I learned that the hard way. Alright, as for the wiring, get this thing propped up where you can see it. Okay. Alright, as for the wiring on your pump, you've got 2 wires. You've got a brown one with, I think, a light, maybe a light green tracer, and then a solid black one. On your fluid level sender, you've got a solid black one and then a black one with a tan tracer. And basically what I did, because the wires on the 99 were black and like a red with a green tracer, and then for the pump it was black and the other wire was tan with a black tracer, I basically made sure that I connected black from each plug. Like I'd take my pump plug, took the black, ran an extended wire, connected it to the black of the pump on the 99 fluid washer, and then took the black of the level sending unit, extended the wire from this point down here, and connected it to the black on the Molex plug of the fluid level sender and the 99 reservoir. And then from there, all I had to do was, extend the wire to the tracer wire from the new fluid reservoir to the wire down there where I'd cut it, and the same thing for the pump. So the important thing is just make sure that you get your black wires to match up. The one for the pump goes to the one on the pump on your new reservoir. The one for the fluid level goes to the one on the new reservoir, and that's it. Pretty simple. I think the longest part was just soldering and then looming it. It was pretty late at night, but I think it turned out okay. I'll probably later on mess with this, clean it up a little bit, but that's it. Once you get in there, I noticed that, I think because this pump had been sitting for so long that it wasn't primed. After I filled it up, got in the cab and pushed the switch to pump fluid out, it took a good 2 or 3 minutes, and I could hear the pump going, and then finally it sucked in, I guess, enough fluid and it started spitting it out, but works like a champ. One thing I will give you a tip on is if you do decide to use your new fluid level sending unit, let me take this one out. I'm going to sit you down. Once you get the fluid level sending unit, you can see how it works. As the fluid comes up, it makes contact. Or I'm sorry, as the fluid goes down, it makes contact, signaling your low fluid light to come on. But you'll notice this little rubber grommet here may come out with it. You'll have to take this off before you put it in your new reservoir. It just slides right off. And once you get that off, put it in your reservoir first. Let me show you on my old one. Put it in here first, and then you can slide your fluid level sender and then push it in. Then you're good to go. Don't try to put it on there with the grommet already on the sending unit, because it won't go in. It'll just be a complete mess. And you'll spend about 15 minutes wondering why the hell it's not working. But there you go. Not a very hard job. It took me about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, doing the loom. The important thing is just remember your ground wires, to reconnect those, and then of course put your airbox on or your cold air intake, just depending on what you've done, and you're set. You'll have a lot more space to work with. And yeah, that's it. What I did for my coolant overflow is I saw this online. This is certainly not newer, but just used an old bottle, drilled a hole in the top, filled it up with a little bit of coolant, stuck the hose in there. That'll work until I get something a little bit more permanent in place. Maybe a billet reservoir or a matte black one, preferably something out of aluminum, and then I'll securely attach it. Right now it's just by zip ties, but that's after I get my radiator and dual fan in. But there you go. One safety precaution is, if you still have your clutch fan, I don't recommend doing this, because at least with the overflow, you have a little bit of protection there. So if your clutch fan is spinning, you don't come over and do something like that and get a nice nugget chopped out of your finger, or get a finger completely torn off. So if you still have that clutch fan, I don't recommend doing this. Go ahead and just be safe, leave it on there. But if you have any questions, comment something I could have done easier, different, let me know. Post it below. See y'all later.